line abreast formation on the outside of the formation. They're having to turn their heads left and right to maintain that perfect position. Watch during the loop as they change from eagle into what we call wedge. All of the names of the formations are named after the object of the symbol that it is that they represent. Throughout the display today, the aircraft are coming down as low as 250 feet, that's only 80 metres above the ground. They're flying at speeds of up to 250 knots, that's in excess of 400 kilometres per hour. In order for the wingmen to fly their formation position, they are lining up very specific cues of the lead aircraft, looking at various colour changes and objects on the aircraft to align themselves. They are then making a series of control inputs and power changes continuously to maintain that perfect positioning. Of course, the aircraft that we're flying today is the Pilatus PC9A aircraft. It was introduced into Air Force service in 1988, so almost 30 years old now, and it is used primarily as a training aircraft for the Air Force. We have a number of these aircraft based at RAAF Base Pierce at our number 2 flying training school, where all Air Force pilots and Navy pilot trainees learn how to fly on the advanced pilots course. We also have about 20 of the aircraft based at Central Flying School at RAAF Base East Sale. That's also where the Roulettes are from. So these aircraft you see in front of you today are used to train student pilots as well. And at Central Flying School, we're primarily responsible for training qualified pilots to become flying instructors. Watch now as the team pull up for an offset loop. So as you can see, it does look like the aircraft are flying very close, and in fact they are. There's only about 3 metres separation between each aircraft. The PC9 aircraft does have 2 seats that enables an instructor and a student pilot to be in it. They are in what we call a tandem configuration, so one sitting in front of the other. Typically we have a student pilot in the front seat with the instructor sitting in the back seat. The aircraft itself is capable of flying at altitudes of up to 25,000 feet. It is unpressurised, so we do have oxygen on board the aircraft to help us out at those altitudes. And it has a max speed of 320 knots, that's over 600 kilometres per hour. Today the pilots will be pulling up to 6G, that's 6 times the force of gravity. When you consider that a pilot with all of these life support equipment can weigh upwards of 100 kilograms, they'll have 600 kilograms of force throughout their body whilst flying the display. To our right hand side now, the team have now transitioned into this Swift formation. This is named after the wings of the Swift bird, which is also the same wings that the pilot brevet, which every pilot very proudly wears on his chest, is based on. From the right hand side now, the team will be flying past in what they call leaders' benefits. In this formation, all the wingmen are flying a perfect line abreast formation directly behind the leader for his benefit. This is one of the most difficult formations to fly, where the wingmen have to turn their heads 90 degrees while flying their aircraft to maintain their positioning. And now that they've completed that, they're going to transition into what we call 6-pack. All of the formation flying is pure hands and feet flying, done with only visual reference. There's no computer aids or anything like that to help the guys out. These aircraft also do not have an autopilot, so even when we're transitioning across the country, we're having to hand fly them all the time. All of the members of of the team are also qualified flying instructors. So they previously taught at one of our flying training schools, and they are on staff at the Central Flying School teaching qualified pilots how to become flying instructors. Unlike many other aerobatics teams in the world, we are not a full-time aerobatic team, and during the week we all work as instructors to teach those students. So this is something that the guys get to come out and just do on weekends. The road to becoming a roulette is not a short one. Anybody in the team that enters the team has to be a qualified flying instructor, and they have to be on staff at Central Flying School. So everybody's already done in excess of 10 to 15 years in the Air Force. From various backgrounds at the moment, there's no fast jet pilots in the team. They are all from transport backgrounds. So get your cameras up there ready for the slide and brake. Left and right now, ladies and gentlemen, roulette number 5 and roulette number 6, what we call our synchro pair, have detached from the formation as they pull up for a half lazy. At the completion of this manoeuvre from the left and right, they will be coming head to head at a closing speed of 800 kilometres per hour. Watch as the two aircraft identify each other and then quickly turn to miss. Synchro pair have now entered our namesake manoeuvre, the roulette wheel. From behind now, the remainder of the formation, what we call roulette, is roulette 1 to 4, coming in on the head Throughout the display, ladies and gentlemen, the roulette leader, which is squadron leader Jay Tuffley, is calling all of the formation changes over the radio so the wingmen know exactly when to execute each manoeuvre.
Where are the other two?
As depart, have a look to my right hand side as the synchro pair are coming back and setting up for the roulette mirror. In this formation, roulette 5 will be flying inverted directly overhead roulette number 6 of that, to be the separation between their tails. Unlike other aerobatics teams around the world, there is no trickery here. He is flying directly overhead the other aircraft. To our right hand side now, the remainder of the formation coming into the snake loop. I think we'll listen in on Jay's radio calls for this one. Exactly on Jay's command. From here, by delaying the pull-up of each aircraft, it positions each aircraft into a perfect formation positioning. Donate Life Week, we'd like to dedicate the heart to the individuals and the families of those who have made the decision to donate their organs in order to save other people's lives. On the right hand side now, the remainder of the team returning for the corkscrew formation. In this formation, the roulette leader will fly inverted, and roulette number 4 will literally fly circles around the remainder of the formation. Roulette 4 obviously has a lot of fun with that one. Up behind now, roulette number 5 coming in for a solo display. Watch as he pulls up for a vertical roll, and at the top does a 0G pushover before coming back towards the ground. At the top of this manoeuvre, he is reducing his airspeed to nearly 0 knots. Make sure you give him a wave as he comes overhead. Now at the distance on our left hand side, you can now see the team entering what we call the card 5 formation for the card 5 loop. So named as it represents the number 5 from a deck of cards. Vampire aircraft. 1963 they were reformed as the Telstars, continuing on to 1968. It was then in 1970 that the Air Force Roulette were established, initially flying the Mackie aircraft, and then re-equipping with the PC9s you see in front of you today in 1988. Very shortly, the team will be transitioning over to the new flying training system aircraft, which is the Pilatus PC21. We do have the first examples of that aircraft in operation at Synchro Flying School already, where we are teaching the instructors how to best utilise them, and the team will transition over to the PC21 in the coming years. Listen in to Jay's radio call again for the rollbacks. Go! If anybody's interested in a job in the Defence Force, whether it be as a pilot or anything else, you can check out defencejobs.gov.au or give 131901 a call. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have about joining the Defence Force. For more information about the Roulette, you can check out our website, airforce.gov.au/ the crowd today. We'd love to see your photos. Please jump on and post them up there. Watch as the team pull up now for a Vulcan barrel roll. During this manoeuvre, Roulette's 5 and 6 who are at the back of the formation, having to make very large control inputs to maintain their positioning. On our Facebook page you'll also find information about all of our displays during the season. Our next display will be at the Australian Defence Force Academy Open Day in Canberra, and that one's at the end of the month. That's out in the Gippsland. It's about 3 hours drive east of Melbourne, and this morning only took us about half an hour to get here, so certainly beats the Melbourne traffic on the weekends. Ladies and gentlemen, the team now making their run in for their final manoeuvre. It will be the Delta Loop followed by the bomb burst, so make sure you have your cameras ready for that bomb burst.